I'm driving the Range Rover Evoque. It's the P300 dynamic SE model. But it reminds me of, okay, so like 8 years ago, I did a review and it's on my YouTube channel. Just search Evoque and you'll find it. I did a review on the Evoque convertible. What a ridiculous car that was, to be frank. I mean, I had my best friend in the car. We took her child with all the kids' stuff and my bags and her husband's stuff and everything. And off we went on a weekend away. We were going to meet everybody there. It was a disaster. Then after that, I did a macro run. Now, guys, I mean, like banned from macro, okay? From everyone in my family. Like my parents, my brother, my husband, everyone's like, I'm not allowed to go because I just buy the whole of macro. I love a bulk buy. But I went in an Evoque and there was like no space to put anything. So we had to put the top down. It was like really cold. And my brother was in the car with me. He had to sit with about 400 million rolls of toilet paper on it. It was such a good time. Anyways, it made me think of this. Thankfully, this is not the convertible and they no longer make that car. But to be fair to the Evoque, this was when it came out, like years before that. I think it was probably like, probably like 4 or 5 years before that or something. That this was, I think it was the fastest selling Range Rover in history at the time. And it won like multiple awards. So it is no wonder that it is still around and it is still sort of popular. Range Rover, probably one of the most desirable SUVs or SUV brands in the world. Let's be frank about that, you know? So your insurance you're going to pay on this, if you pop your details into Hippo, you'll get up to 12 quotes. I got 11 for this with my details going in. And my cheapest quote was 1,098 Rand a month, 95 excess. Guys, have you done it yet? Have you? I've got a code and everything, guys. Or a link. Not a code, I've got a link. Check it out. It's always in the description under my videos. Now, back when I reviewed the Evoque 5 years ago, you could get yourself one for like 740,000 Rand. Can you imagine it? Can you imagine it? I think we'd all buy one if that is what they cost now. Because now you've just got to add on 1 million, okay? Because this one comes in at just over 1.74 million Rand. I mean, bearing in mind that was the entry one. So you would add on the entry one to this is like, that equivalent one is about 1.2 million. But still, 740 to 1.2 mil. That is crazy, isn't it? To think of where we've gotten to. Now, no one can say that this car doesn't look good. I always say beauty is now of the beholder, and I don't talk about design. It seems that every video now I talk about design. But all these years later, this is like a 2019 generation, and it still looks really good. I mean, it's had obviously the updates over a couple of the years. There's like an updated grille and LED headlights, etc. But regardless, it just looks good. This has got the optional 20-inch gloss gray wheels on it with like diamond whatnot, something else. But it just looks really lovely. The color of this car is Tribeca blue. And it just like, it's all very sort of sophisticated and very cool and demure and I don't even know if I've used that word right. Whatever. But interior as well, just such a pleasant place to be. Like the quality and the materials and everything just feels so divine. These seats, oh my goodness, are so soft. It's not leather. And it's like I don't know if it's recycled materials, I can't recall right now, but it's like this part I love, and I just love this sort of feel because it's soft. And let me tell you, it is 9 degrees outside, which is absurd for Cape Town, okay, or Cape Townians in general. We don't do 9 degrees in the day. It might get like that sometimes at night, but like now at sort of 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, that's an absurd kind of temperature. And I got into this, and then because it's so soft and it's like perforated, I wanted to use all these cool words. I wasn't like freezing when I got in. On that note, I'm going to talk about the standard features. Now, bearing in mind the price that I mentioned, okay, so it has like all this sort of standard features that you would expect, right? It's got wireless CarPlay, Apple Android, it's got it's got a panoramic sunroof and stuff like that. My one issue is that it doesn't come with heated seats. That's optional. And I get that on a lot of cars, but like my husband's Volkswagen Up has heated seats, for goodness sake. Pop them in. Because let me tell you, on a day like today, I want those. I had to take my jacket off because otherwise it makes a sound. It's that like sound. I'm really chilly right now and I've got the aircon on, the heater on, which is now again, so you've got 11.4 inch touchscreen, which looks fabulous the way it sort of sits on this console. I think it looks glorious. It's like sleek and unassuming and just not in your face like a lot of these other cars are doing. And it's easy to use, sort of customer friendly, all of that. The only thing that bugs me, and this is about anything, is that the climate control and everything is within the screen. Now, you've got quicker buttons to get to everything, but it still has to come up. You still have to click it. It becomes finicky and I think dangerous, to be fair. So that's like a bit of a letdown for me. But other than that, like, a car I had recently, I love it. Like, when the Android is on, and I want to get to climate control, I want to get to settings, I want to change my driving mode, the buttons are all still there. I don't have to exit Android Auto and then try to get back to Android Auto, anything like that. So good on ya, Range Rover. When it comes to like the optional extras, this car has on, it's got about a total of 66,000 rands worth of optional, what the idiots. So this has got for like 34,000 rand, you get the clear review mirror, which I'm not a fan of. It's a big Range Rover thing. And I get it, like, because I think a lot of people love it. I find it disconcerting. I've tried on all of them. I think, again, having a car for longer, you're eventually either going to get used to it and love it, or you just click it back into normal. That package also gives you a head-up display and a camera in here. Like, so it's probably maybe worth it if you want like the head-up display and that sort of camera and whatever, and review mirror. But yeah, it's a lot maybe. It's also got an up-tuned Meridian sound system. It's got 14 speakers. I think that's like about 8,000. So there's a bunch of things, but it's not too bad when you consider that if you are playing in the sort of close to 2 mil vibes, I don't think that's just going to matter to you. It's got sort of all the safety features you require. It's got 6 airbags. And then the all-terrain response system, which is auto. I love it because it just adjusts to different driving conditions as you go. So I don't have to do anything. I love that. Very lazy. Then from an engine point of view, now, of course, this is a plug-in hybrid, which is the best for me out of any form of car, because you've got your ICE model, but then you've got your battery electric, and it means you get performance, but you also get like fuel efficiency. It's also, there's no range anxiety. There's none of the above, because you can drive in EV mode, this up to 66 kilometers. And so you're around town, daily commute, sitting in traffic, you can just be in EV mode, which is fab. And if you plug it in every night, fabulous, even more fabulous, because again, I'm a bit lazy with that, but I think if you've got it in your setup, you just get out of the car, you plug it in, cool, you're going to get the most out of it. They claim 2 liters per 100 Ks. I think you're going to get more to like 4, maybe 5. And you've got to drive mindfully. So you've got to plug it in every night. You've got to watch that accelerator, because if you push it, because if you're so this is like standard in hybrid mode, which is the best kind of mode to be in, I think. You just like, you're going to get like the best out of things. If you want like the performance and you like, oh, I just want the ICE vibes, then an ICE, internal combustion engine, for those who don't know, you're going to see an extraordinarily high fuel consumption. Okay. At the moment, I'm saying at 8.4 liters, that's fine, but I've seen it go much higher than that. But I'm not going to mention that because it shouldn't be around that, so whatevs. Okay, so the ICE component, by the way, is a 1.5 liter 3-cylinder turbo petrol. It has 227 kilowatts of power and 540 newton meters of torque. It is punchy. It's refined. The power is sent to all 4 wheels via an 8-speed auto, which is perfectly calibrated. The gear shifts are smooth and efficient. Oh my gosh, just a lovely drive. When you push it a bit, when you get onto that highway, like ever so slightly that engine noise is coming into the cabin, maybe a smidge more than what I want, but I think I'm nitpicking there. I don't think it's going to worry most people. Now guys, this is sort of all-road capable, okay? It's got a 211 millimeter ground clearance. It's got a wading depth of like 530 millimeters. And let me tell you, if you want to hit a wine farm, then this is the kind of car you want. Do you know what I mean? But with that said, it is still very capable, because I did the Okavango years ago in an Evoque, and it was fab. I mean, we went through everything. We were there for like 3 days with Kingsley Holgate, and we went all over. We camped in the middle of the Okavango, which was insane. I think that video is also on my YouTube channel, which was incredible. And this was more than capable. From a space and practicality point of view, I think this is, again, it's a different kind of car. It's like that boutique sort of sport, but you know, like the BMW X4 or, you know, X3 even, or the Mercedes-Benz GLC Coupe or whatever, the ones that I never understand, right? So rear legroom is a little bit compromised. Headroom is fine. The boot size is at 472 liters. It's not the biggest in its category. So that's a bit of a bummer, I guess. But again, it depends what you're going to need it for. If you don't need all that, you don't need a massive amount of boot space, then it doesn't matter. The only letdown for this Evoque is its price. And I say that with respect to this car because it's fabulous and I love it. But because it's sitting at over 1.7 million, there's just so many other options, unfortunately, or fortunately, I'm sure you want to look at that. But you could get, if you wanted plug-in hybrid, you could get yourself a Volvo XC60 for a considerable amount less than this. Sure, it's not a Range Rover, but it's one of my favorite cars on the road. In fact, when everybody asks me what car I would ever buy, it's a Volvo XC60. So now you know. You could even get an XC90, like a standard hybrid, mild hybrid, maybe not, obviously. So this is the sort of car, if you want this technology, if you want the plug-in hybrid, and then you want like the look, then by all means, put your money where your mouth is and enjoy this car. If it's just the look that you're after, then I would say like maybe look at the sort of that entry level one that I spoke about. It's not entry level, but you know, which is at like 1.2 million. Do you know, but I'm just always the person who wants like more car for my money. So I would be looking at like XC90 or even like the Audi Q7, like anything that's got 7 seats, but that's my needs and it's specific to me. And so probably completely irrelevant within this review, mind you. But I'm going to say it anyways. Basically what I would go for is whatever has heated seats. But if you're spending 1.7 mil on a car, you can afford to add the heated seats. So you do that, and then you give me the car, and then we call it even, call it quits.